ARFs and RCFEs are really struggling. I know minimum wage is being increased. All of these things are actually what led us here today. So if we had funding and we could fund and provide an enhanced rate for all of our clients, that would be awesome. But we were limited with our funding, and I definitely hear the desire in the room to be able to fund more people. So I hope what will come out of this conversation is, thoughtful recommendations that will go to the board that can be considered to see what we can do to be able to continue to help provide enhanced rates for our clients, provide, also we know the places are going out of business, and did we have funding we could buy places? Do we have funding where we could lease places? So those are all things that are being discussed and we're interested in, and it comes down to funding. I don't think we mentioned this earlier. I don't remember if Lisa mentioned this, but there is funding called No Place Like Home that was passed by the legislature in 2016. It was on the ballot, Proposition 2 in November, passed by the voters, which is going to bring a very large infusion of money to build permanent supportive housing. In Los Angeles County, we're expected to have about $700 million. But there is specific language in the legislation that says we cannot use that money for licensed facilities. So again, it's another example of how our hands are tied. If we wanted to be able to use some of that money for the purpose that we're all here to talk about today, there's legislation that says we can't do that. So I just want you to know that we're looking at those things, that we're looking at, our director is very interested in having conversations. That's statewide funding. It's not obviously just LA County, to see if there's a way that funding could be expanded to be able to use it for the purposes that we're talking about today. We're looking at other funding that's coming down from the state for housing to see if there is an ability to use that for licensed facilities. So we really are trying to look at all options out there and see how we can tap into them to help us in our efforts here. So just wanted to share that with you. But again, thank you for being here, and look forward to continuing this conversation with you all.
Do you want to say something? If it's not for licensed facilities, it's just for people in their private homes?
No, it's for permanent supportive housing, which is a model. It's an apartment basically that we're building units for people who are living in, but they're not licensed. They're considered, people have a lease and live independently.
Thank you. Thank you all. So as you, one thing that we also want to make sure you know is Gretchen has parking validation. If you parked in the garage across the street, she's got the validation ticket for you, and I want to validate all of you. And,